no sign of your relatives, Birdie. Ooh, you escaped from the egg carrier. So maybe your family's still in there. Let's investigate, wanna?
Hey everyone, RSKOS here, and welcome back to another episode of Sonic Adventure. Last time we escaped from the egg carrier, made our way into Eggman's base on the lookout for the family of our birdie friend here. And this time, we can only think of one other place to go, but back to the egg carrier. Which makes sense. As I mentioned last time, the egg carrier is still accessible. There is a raft at the train station in the Mystic Ruins that will take us there. In addition, there's also like a jet ski type thing in Station Square that will also take you to the egg carrier. But we're in the Mystic Ruins, so we're going for the Mystic Ruins one. Where am I? Okay, I'm getting close. Thankfully, the entirety of this jungle is laid out in more or less a giant web of interconnected rings, so as long as you just keep to the outside path, eventually you'll find the ladder. Oh god. Oh, Amy, you climb so slowly! Also, what on earth is this grunting? What? Amy, are you okay? Also, hold up. Why are these two pegs of the ladder, or rungs? Why are these two rungs a different color? It's only those two. In fact, they look untextured. Also, I'm only just noticing that Amy's feet and hands actually match up with each rung of the ladder. I don't know why I wasn't expecting that, but wow, that actually impresses me a little bit. Oh, it's the rungs are... What? It's only like 2 rungs occasionally. That's weird. I think I know why it's duplicated there, because the ladder is probably duplicated, but why are there just 2 untextured rungs? The Station Square train is up and going, but that's not where we're going. We are heading down here. Back to the egg carrier. Also, it is possible to fall into the water there and die. Uh-oh. We weren't supposed to be here yet. Oops. I may have screwed something up. How did he get back on the egg carrier?
You idiot! How could you do this? Now you're gonna get it!
This is awkward. Welcome to the final boss of Amy's story. We actually get to fight Zero for once. Something's different this time around, but before I get to the boss fight, I'm just gonna run away for a little bit, as I need to admit something. We're on the final boss of Amy's story. This is the end of Amy's story, but I kind of missed the power-up that I was really hoping I could get right now, but nope, they kind of lock us into a boss battle here, which is really unfortunate. There is a hidden power-up on the egg carrier that you can only get once the egg carrier has crashed, but apparently also only before this boss fight, and by extension, before Final Egg, meaning you actually have to go to the egg carrier immediately after it crashes, which is kind of dumb in my opinion. You can see why I thought I could just wait to get it till now, because I remembered it existed. I just didn't remember that I'd be locked into the final boss. But long story short, and I am probably going to go back and show it off when we're done here, since I will be able to get it after this boss fight, I assume. But the upgrade is an upgraded hammer for Amy. It is the long hammer, and it essentially just makes her attacks able to hit from further away. It's nothing super special, especially considering the only stages it is useful for is Final Egg and this one boss fight, and yeah, it probably would have been useful in Final Egg, but I got through Final Egg just fine without it, so not that big of a deal. And the way to obtain it is to replay the same minigame that we had to play to get free from the jail cells and to get the warrior feather. We simply have to hit that high score again. So, yeah. So sorry about forgetting that. I could just kick myself for that though, because I even pointed out last episode that we could go to the egg carrier, and yet I was just gonna wait. I was just gonna wait, and apparently that is a bad idea. I'm really upset actually though that it forces me into a cutscene here. I guess that's the only reason we actually have to come look at the top of the ship, but I feel like they could have done that better. Anyway, on to the boss fight. Zero has all his normal attacks. He'll kind of spam the Hulk smash attack here. And when he's doing that, he is invincible. But what you want to do is hit him into the electric barrier. That is the thing that we've been missing this whole time. Zero is vulnerable to electricity. And if you're hitting him into the barrier, he will be susceptible to actual damage as his brain component thing will open up. He also has this new attack, which can actually be pretty nasty, as it's pretty possible to get comboed by it. I'm facing the wrong way with this. Oh shoot. What? Also, I want to say Zero cannot be thrown into the whole berserk mode in this boss fight like he can normally, but don't quote me on that. I've never got him into berserk mode in the boss fight, but that's not to say it's impossible. Oh, for crying out loud. You see what I mean about getting comboed. This boss fight is real hit or miss. I have had times where I've blasted through this boss fight and got through it in like maybe 30 seconds or so. And then I've had times where it's taking, maybe not 3 minutes, but a minute or two. Oh well, Zero is finally out of our hair. Good riddance.
See, I can do this.
Why is the camera so zoomed in? But yeah, we'll probably try and get that power up post-credits here.
Please wake up, Birdie. Are you okay? Can you fly?
Can I just say, the fact that the music also just stops there kills me.
Whoa! You did it! Now you three can live in peace again.
Oh god, Amy, your animations. Ugh. This is real touching. I don't mean to, like, I don't mean to shit on the game here, but wow, Amy. I do wonder if maybe Amy's animations just got shoved off to the last minute. It's just so weird sometimes.
I'm so happy.
I'm sure you are. With your floating head.
My best too. Just watch me. I'll make that
And that is how Amy's adventure ends. Okay, I think it's time. Before I get into Amy's story recap or conclusion here, I think I need to bring up a certain point. What the hell is with all the upskirt shots? I'm sorry, but why? Who made that creative decision? Why? Okay, that aside, Amy's story I consider underrated. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't consider it good, and I certainly don't consider it better than the other characters we've played so far. But I don't outright hate Amy's story, and I gotta say, it was pretty fun playing back through Amy's story again. Yeah, there's a lot of stupid stuff in Amy's story. The barrels are completely pointless. There is no point in dealing with the barrels. That whole thing about the power-up is kind of bad planning. Not gonna lie. But the concept of Amy's gameplay is pretty solid. I think my biggest problem is just the way it was done, as far as in relation to the other stories, because at least the other three characters, assuming you're playing these in order, have pretty fast gameplay. Even Knuckles, while his gameplay isn't exactly Sonic gameplay, it still keeps up the pace. Amy's is more slow paced though, which I don't think Amy's gameplay would have been as good if she was fast. In fact, it'd be a joke if she was fast, but it's just weird. I can never, decide what I really think of Amy's story. And speaking of story, though, as far as actual story is concerned, I mean, it's better than Tails. It's better than Tails' story. And I'm got more interested in Knuckles' story than beat Sonic's story, but Sonic is also the name of the game, and he had the story that introduced the entire game, so there's no real comparing it to that. But yeah, all in all, I do like playing as Amy. It's just, I don't like playing as her all the time. And there's a lot of stupid stuff that Amy's played through. And it's also weird how Amy's is so short. I'm gonna outright tell y'all, Amy's playthrough is the shortest in the game. Our two remaining characters, Big the Cat and Gamma, their playthroughs take longer than Amy's. And that's not because they're slower or anything. Well, one of them's not slower, but they just have more stages to deal with. What else do I have to talk about? There's not much to talk about here with Amy. Twinkle Park was a good introduction to Amy's stage. I liked the Mirror Room segment. What was the other stage? Hot Shelter is very unique. That was one of my personal favorite points of Amy's playthrough. It's also one of the longest levels in the game, Amy's version specifically. And Final Egg was Final Egg. It's different from Sonic's version though, which I like. Overall, Amy's stages just felt very different from any other character we've seen. The only time they overlapped a lot was Twinkle Park, because we had segments that were shared between her and Sonic. But that's it. Every other part of her stages, pretty unique. I mean, there was one segment in Final Egg that was shared with Sonic, but overall, she probably had some of the best level design so far, which is pretty strange to say. With that, though, I guess we're not technically done with Amy's playthrough. This episode's gonna be really short because I planned out the time real bad, but I'm glad I did, because now I have something I have to show off screen. This is why I shouldn't record episodes so late like this, because if I'd known about the hammer thing, I would have put a comment on the last video, like a text box. It's just like, hey, don't do what I'm doing. Go get this power up. But we should be able to get it now, crossing my fingers. If I remember correctly, whenever you complete a campaign but load it back up even after it's 100%ed, You can go into any stage you wish and do anything you want. Dropping the groceries again. Interestingly enough, whenever we load back into Station Square with Amy, after completing the game, well, we load in the Station Square. I believe that's the same across the board with every character. I want to say they all spawn right back here at Station Square, which I'm quickly realizing, with the exception of Tails, this is kind of the world spawn for every character in the game. Wow. Except for Tails and Sonic. But yeah, in Station Square, we have this jet ski boat looking thing. I don't know what this is. It takes us to the egg carrier. Now that we finished the game, there is no Zero for us to face. It's also kind of weird how the bird is with us. I think the bird is just hardwired into Amy's model, and I guess they couldn't get rid of it. Oh shoot, I need that. I need that. Oh no. Oh no. Please, please, Amy. Amy! Okay, screw it. Can I take the canning? No, the canning won't work. Okay, can I jump over this? Build up speed! I'm taking a very inefficient way to get to where we need to go within the egg carrier. Don't fall off. Good. Kind of weird how those don't go back down, but okay. We take this up here. If you're at all curious, once the egg carrier is in the ocean, there is no way to transform it, by the way. That function is gone once the egg carrier crashes into the ocean, and I can kind of imagine why, considering the entire ship would like tilt on its side now. But if we head up here, we have the elevator hover thingy here, whatever this is. We can take it back down into the interior of the egg carrier. If we wanted, we could go to both the child garden or back to the hot shelter if we really wanted. I don't think we're gonna be replaying the hot shelter anytime soon. Funnily enough, Zero will be in the hot shelter. But yeah, this is where we get our other power-up. I'm just gonna spin. Spin to win. Think I've already won. I'm pretty sure I've already won the game. Oh yeah, I 100% won the game already. In fact, I don't even want to hit anymore just in case I screw it up. Congratulations! You get the long hammer! And this was the other power-up. Completely optional and easily missable,
hammer.
apparently.
Your attack radius is now increased. Try the spin hammer attack.
I could kick myself over this power-up just because I knew it existed. I 100% knew it existed. I knew where it was and how to get it. I just forgot when it was and wasn't available. Which sucks. Which really sucks. I will say this hammer is massive. It actually probably would have been pretty helpful in the final egg. But, oh well. With that, Amy's story comes to a close. Next time... Oh, God. I just... Next time... Froggy!